Hello engineer and welcome at our next session, and today we will focus our interest on the control unit. Maybe you are asking what is control unit? Everything will be answered in this video. I will enter my small engineer, and we will have a short look on this train, because I already did a lots of designs, lots of stuff on that from my last episode, and it's almost working, but still I miss one very important control brain. Yeah, I still miss the brain for this train, because now it's not still automatic. Yeah, I can control it manually, I can set manually speed, but the train can't properly brake. It can't slow down so easily. And the second one, it's not autonomous. My goal is to make at least partially autonomous train, or the best solution is the full autonomous train. So what's a control unit? Control unit is a simple blueprint. It's similar blueprint like your rails or anything what you have in your own exhibition, but it's a copy paste part which can be placed on any grid, and it don't need to be a train only. Yeah, you can place it on the spaceship too, because that script is designed for spaceships. So the script works only with the thrusters. That's a little bit problem, but we will focus on that later in the next episodes. Now I will focus on this, the simplest solution for this. Because if you want to use cruise control, something like that, this is the best way. Yeah, because cruise control is very nice. You can only set some speed what you want, and train will keep it with its thrusters. It will not. It can't use wheels, but it will use thrusters, and that's the, as I said previously, the best way. So I'm starting with the single leg, but I can maybe first show something. So I have already made several control units. Each is specific, a little bit different. The newest ones are better, they are smaller, simpler, better naming, for example. And this is it. I already showed it the last video, maybe, and that's all. This is my control unit. I can place it like this. And what does it contain? It contains a red arrow. This show me the front side, because it's relevant to the not the distance, but for the, how to say, direction, for the direction. Now another does it contains is some kind of reactor or small battery. It doesn't depend what. It doesn't matter. I usually use this small reactor because I can easily access the control panel of this grid. And of course, the heart of this control unit is our programmable block. That script I usually use, I will share it under this video in the description. That script is the best script I found. I tried, I think, 4 of them, but 3 of them were almost useful. Oh, not useful, useless. or they had some mistakes in it, so they didn't work or they worked but extremely bad. This one is nice. Yeah, I can show it. Where is it? Not the text. Here. Edit. Browse scripts. And this one. It's a little bit older, but the functionality is the same, and it doesn't matter. So, what we have here is simple. We have here timer blocks. This one, it's a remote control. This one block defines the direction. Thanks to this, the program block or the script can know where is the front and where is the up. Yeah, thanks to this, only thanks to this. So it's important, and this is the smallest and best block for this solution. You can use some different blocks. It's in the description of the script, but this one is the best. I have the timer block for connection and that rotor, which is here, because I usually connected trains together with rotors, but that will be in the 8th video. Now we are in the 6th. So, continue. My timer blocks are in the groups. What is in that group? I can show. There is only one timer block. You will be asking why I create groups. It's simple. If you okay, it's not simple. this this is not a simple topic. For someone it can be quite difficult. Usually, if you concentrate all your output power only in the locomotive, then you will have some problems. These problems will be like derailing, some deformations, collisions. You will destroy your rotors and almost anything. Yeah, so it's the best way to not to have like 20 thrusters in the locomotive, but only to have 4 thrusters, for example. It depends on your speed, mass, and anything. But you can have 4 thrusters in each car. I can show it on this train. Here I have 4 thrusters, 4 thrusters. Yeah, and same here, 4 thrusters and 4 thrusters. But there is a problem. I can't control thrusters on the subgrids. How I can control them? This control unit uses groups, and trains were connected with the rotors. That means it was extremely big, long and complex subgrid. So it was possible to put these timer blocks in the groups, and if you trigger in the seat or in the cockpit, if you trigger that group, then it will trigger all the timer blocks in that group, and it will trigger all the scripts on each car. So if you have train which has locomotive and 9 wagons, then you will have 10 scripts on the 10 or in the 10 programmable blocks, and it will have 10 times more timer blocks as a groups, because you can see I have there lots of timer blocks. It's like 10 or 11, so there will be then 100 timer blocks. Yeah, so it's not the best solution, but it works. It works quite well. What is there? There is only run for our programmer block. So this is my first variant. I can show another. There is variant for my quite favorite train. It was, I think, Anteros mining colony. And here it is, yeah. Again, there is smaller reactor, there is this control unit, remote control, timer blocks, and of course, thrusters. It was everything in one. Here I have another version. It's very similar. Yeah, still there are lots of groups. Yeah, maybe some speeds will be different, but the basics are almost same. And here it is. There is master, but I don't want master. Yeah, here is, for example, control unit for a large grid. So here is timer block and remote control. These blocks must be on the large grid train, but to save some space, because you don't want to have 10 or 20 timer blocks on your large grid train, so you can put it on the rotor and it will be much more smaller. You can fit everything in one block, or 2 blocks, of course. The design is the same. The difference is speed. Yeah, there is 10, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 150, 200. And different or opposite direction. Here is only speeds to the 100. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 80. And 99 or 100. So these are basic control units. They use only timer blocks. So it means you must connect all the cars together with the rotors or with the connectors or the merge blocks. Anything what can transfer the information. But there is another new solution. With one of the last updates we got relays and they are really nice for this, because with the relays I can have this set of control units. I will rotate it so we will see it a little bit better. These 2 control units. How does it work? It's not simple. you can see there is a bunch of timer block, not the timer blocks, but the relays. If we enter it, there is much more relays, but only 3 groups. These relays are our inputs. They receive signals from the railway, because we can build signal emitters around the railway. They work like they will send information. For example, here is 86. It will send the channel the signal 86, and if this relay is active, I have relays for the forward direction and backward direction. So if these relays are active, this one will receive this information and he will enter code in the master. Master is only one relay which will change its channel to different speeds, and then it will internally send this information. So here it receives 86 and master will send, for example, 46 or 26, and this 26 will trigger a relay on our slaves. It's simple, master, slave. Yeah? Master is sender, slave is receiver. But this master is also the receiver, because it receives information from the railway. Maybe I will try to find something. Yeah, here we have. These are our senders. They are simple. There is timer block, antenna, 2 relays, and 2 sensors. If the sensors see the train coming from one side, then it will turn off both sensors and it will start timer block, and it will send information from one of these relays. The distance for this information is like 100 meters, maybe more. I can check it. It's not much. Yeah, 100 meters, because sensor has a distance like 50 meters. So 100 meters is okay for this solution. And the train doesn't need to have antenna with this big range. That antenna can have range like 5 meters. Why? Because the sender can send this signal around 100 meters, but the receiver can receive it anywhere from it, and it don't need to be in the distance. But of course you can't send information from the locomotive far. That's important if you have 2 trains and if you don't want to send signals between them. So all the antennas on the train must be set only to several meters, so they will not interact between themselves. But this is our sender. It's around the rail or the railway. It will send the signal, master will receive it and send that information internally. And later I knew that I don't need these relays, these receiving relays, because these relays, these main relays, for example, can send information directly to my master. Or not? No, they can't send that information to the master because the master is not set, so they can't. Okay, so this is correct way, I think, but it's not the correct way, for example, because we can send this information from relays directly to our slaves, so they will not send 68 or 86 for 86, and then there will be 26, but directly it can send 26, so it can be much more smaller, and I can bypass the master unit, and the master unit will be these units around the railway, and there will be only slaves. Of course, I will still need master unit or the master relay, only one relay, because still you need to control slaves from the cockpit, from the locomotive, and you need one relay which will set its own channel and send signal, and he will not do anything more. So slave works exactly same like my timer blocks on the previous version. They just enter this information into the cruise control unit or this programmer block, and also it will send signal through the broadcast. It will emit some information into our text API, and that train will tell me which speed is set. So this is it. Why I used this different technology instead of timer blocks. They work same, but the difference is that I can share these signals with the antennas. So the train don't need to be connected together. Wagons, locomotives, they don't need to be together, they just need to be close to each other. Because the distance, as I said, the distance on these antennas, here we have one and second antenna, the distance is like 3 meters. I can show it, 3 meters. And it's enough. It can be enough to transfer all these informations. And if you connect the cars together, still you can use relays. But for the locomotive, you need to use both of these control units. So you need master and slave. But as I said, we don't need master at all. So that's... no, okay. Okay, I found out one problem. If we will not use master unit, then we will have a problem with forward and backward, because it must be universal. It must be universal. Maybe you don't understand it, but I will show it. It's quite simple. There is for speed -10 and +10 same channel. 81, 82, 84, 86, 88, that second number shows me the speed. So 1 is 10, 2 is 20, simple. Extremely simple solution. But I have the forward and backward direction both use 81, because this unit does not ask what direction that train is traveling. It will not ask. It will just send this information. Go that speed. but the train is oriented, yeah, so you must make some difference. So if you turn on autonomous system, because if you use a manual system, you will just control that one master sender relay, only this one relay. But if you will go fully autonomous, it will check all these signals around the railway, and you will have at one time, you will have only active one of these groups. So forward or the backward, not both at once. Yeah. So this is the solution. Yeah, I can I can have only stop speed permanently active, because usually you don't use this information. I have it, but you don't need this block, because train will stop only on the train stations, and these will have a different channels or different type of this information, because usually I can propose to use, for example, sensors. Yeah, the train will check small grid above it, and if it will be on the left side, it will be left or right side, it doesn't matter. It will be, for example, continuous train station, so train will go on the station, then it will stop, and then it will continue. Then there will be a sensor on the middle. It will see small grid on the train station, so the train will go into the station, see this signal, it will stop, change its direction, and continue in the different direction. And of course, if you change the direction, you will turn off this one, turn on this one, and you don't need stop, because that stop will be under timer block, which will, and so on, so on, so on. But this is not our today's topic. Back to the control units. There are two different there are no groups, but still it is like a group. This group is for the air, and this one is for the hydro, because these units were used on the Cybertrain. I'm not sure if I have it there. Yeah, this one. It's this green one. Oh, that's long. Okay, no problem. So we have here atmospheric thrusters and hydrogen thrusters, and also ion thrusters. I will specify it later, but for why I made the difference. If you want to reach space, you need lots of power, lots of thrust, and also if you are in the air, you want to travel between train stations, you then don't need so much power. So you can divide it to the two groups, one for the air only, and second one for the space, or the traveling from the planet to the space, because you need lots of power, because there is strong gravity and everything. So that's why there are two groups. So usually I use only atmospheric thrusters and ion thrusters, because ion thrusters don't have almost any thrust in the air, but the hydrogen thrusters will be active only when traveling to the space, because they will be triggered with different channel. I can see the channel is 91, but for these it's 81. Okay, so I will directly set these signals. You can show I have second group of these signals. Where I have 6 and 4 in blue, and they will send different informations. Yeah, 94, 96, 84, 86. Yeah, simple solution, and it's working. And we can see, I will pick that camera, maybe we will see our control unit, and here it is. There is very small, simple control unit. And the master unit is somewhere here. Yeah, you can see that. So it's full of timer blocks, because here I have another group of relays in the inside of the train. Timer blocks, yeah, relays, anything. Yeah. So it's not simple, it's not easy, but if you understand, then it is easy, quite easy. So that's why I have master, slave, and I use lots of relays. For this train, which I have here, this yellow train, I will use a different style, different control unit. That control unit will be built in the next video. Today I will focus on this simple control unit. Later I will create vanilla control unit which will not use script. But today I need to move with this train. I want to move with them. So I must build new master and slave unit. It will still control thrusters, but it will also control thrusters on the all cars, and it will control, maybe it will control wheels, but that will be later, because it's not easy. So my final product will control both, and I will not have control units on the wagons, only in the locomotive. So what I need some battery. I said battery. Yeah. And now I will need this cute computer and relays. How much? We can't count them. I will want to travel with different speeds, so it will be, I will pick paper here, so it will be like 0, because we need to stop somehow, so it will be 0, 10, 20, maybe 30, but I will continue with 40, 60, 80 and 100 meters per second. And for the opposite direction also, so it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so it's 12 and plus 1. Yeah, and I forgot, I need a different style of this unit, because I don't have space between this train. In this train there is a really small space, like 5 by 2 by 3 blocks, so I maybe will need to change that, but yeah, I don't need to change that. I will build it like this. So here is forward, backward, upward. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6, 6. So it's 12 blocks and another block and another one. Because this unit will be our master unit. Will be not a sender. I will keep it master. Action relay, speed 0, stop, speed 10, speed 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, minus 10, minus 20, minus 40, minus 60, minus 80, and minus 100, but I will use 99, so it will be correctly aligned. And here I will add plus. So how it will work, this one is master. So I must a little bit change that. So now I will add this cruise control, check code, okay, okay. Now how we will control that. I will and cruise control reference. Yeah, it's important to have exactly like this, otherwise it will not work. Recompile and programming is complete. It's simple. Now I can hide it. I will not use it. And now for this one I will put, for example, 10. I never start with 1, because if you build some relay, it is every time set to channel 1. If you want to use any different channels, I recommend to use starting, for example, 10. So you will skip from 1 to 9. So it will be 10. For this one it will be 11, 12, 14, 16. I'm thinking. I really don't know how I will control that, for example. It doesn't matter. I will know it later. 21, 22. It's not so easy. It's not so easy. Oh, I will continue. Or maybe not. Usually if you want to design something like this, you will need lots of time and trying to make it working properly, or make some sketch on the paper, so you will exactly know how it will work. So now I have prepared these relays. but I still don't know how I will control the script. Because still I need a slave one. I want to have it universal, so I edit these slave relays. And it will be same. I have another possible solution for this. Instead of relays, I can use timer blocks. Yeah, simple. Still, you need some relays for the signals from the outside, and then you need something which will trigger that programmer block. So that's why I have lots of relays, but I promise there will be only a few more relays. So it's almost complete, and maybe I will need to change it a little bit, because usually I use different internal and external groups, but I can maybe keep it and will continue. Yeah, I understand. I need, so this will be forward, relay forward, and these ones will be backward. Říkám backward. And of course I need to change them to same channels. So 11, 12, so now they are inactive, they will not receive and send any information. Yeah, simple solution. Now I need to send different channels. Yeah, I will receive same channel 11, but this one will send channel, for example, 81, but this one will send 91 later. I can't change their channel. I will send it via these slaves of or not slaves, but via this master, and these slaves will receive it. So master can have anything, it doesn't matter. It will not have any action, it's just master. So I can hide it. I don't need it for this, I just need it in the toolbar. This one will be slave. Rename it, regroup it, and of course I need to set up the actions. I need to find master, and he is on the first position. So now, not now, now I need to set slave information. So as I said, 81, 82, 84, 86, 88, 89. Here it will be 80, for example, and 91, 92, 94, 96, 98, 99. Oh, there is also 100. So maybe I can choose 100 to stop. So then if I pick the master and I will send 100, it will trigger this action relay. So I can now set up actions. I will pick the timer block, run, and it will be like this. Cruise reset. That's all. This command will reset everything. It will turn off the script and it will reset the thruster overdrive on all the thrusters which the programmer block use. Reset. Yeah, that's all. For the 10, I can show more comments. Cruise, it's 10 forward, and there are some more informations. You can have different groups of the thrusters. You can use only the atmospheric thrusters, ion thrusters, or the hydrogen thrusters, or everything. So if you put nothing there, it will use anything what is available. If you put there A, it will be atmospheric. I, only ion. H, hydrogen thrusters. Or you can use AI. It will use atmospheric and ion thrusters. Anything what you want. I will keep it like this. Saturn C, cruise 10, you can keep it, and that's all. And now I will make everything again and again till I got mad or I will be brain damaged. So you can specify the direction, specify the speed, and specify thrusters. Of course, you can reset only specific group. So if where I used cruise reset, I can put there A, I, or H, as I want to reset only one group, so the other thrusters will still continue. Now there will be smaller change, it will be backward. I have to tell it to myself, otherwise I will forget which number I used. last time. 80 and 99. Of course, in the description of this script, it is written that it does not recommend to use maximal speed of the word. So if you have some mods to increase the cap maximal speed, for example, to 500 meters per second, don't use 500 meters per second there, because it can crash. Yeah, so that's why I use 99. It's safer for this purpose. So everything is set, I think. Master, yeah, everything should be okay now. So I can relay slave. Here, relay master. And relay or receiver. Yeah, but I didn't set these relays, so I must set them. So set channel, send signal 81. '82. 84. 86. 88. 89. 91. 92. 94. 96. 98. 99. We can call this show counting with HANELS. And that's all. Everything is set. Everything is prepared. But still not everything. Of course, I can try this one. Copy it and place it. It's really simple. You can just copy that and place it anywhere you want, and it will work. Usually it will work. I will enter the cockpit. Look at that chair. It's cute. I will disconnect the connectors. And now I will enter G. And now I need to control this master. So set channel 100. And then it will be 81. Yeah. 82. 84, 6, 88, 89, and change. So it will really tells me which speed is it, and I hit the button number 2 and it's working. You can see it's not nice. But if I enter it will control my thrusters. I can easily increase the speed to 20 meters per second and it will reach it and keep it. Very simple. I just want to try something. I can try, for example, 10. Okay. I'm not sure now if it will work or not. It does not work. Okay. I tried something different, but it seems it does not work. So we will compile and it should work now. I will help with the wheels. Yeah, it uses lots of power now. We can try, for example, 86. I must help with the wheels because thrusters are not strong enough because the train is very heavy. Speed is increasing. I'm not touching any buttons now. But as I said, the power output of the thrusters are not enough, and in this situation I have some friction on the wheels, so it slows down my train, so it has problem to reach so high speed. And we are at maximum speed. That's nice. For this purpose, I can add some helping thrusters, maybe. There isn't any space. This will be enough. Now we can try different. You can see I can control it with my keyboard. It will be, for example, 96. And nothing. Why? It should move. So there is some mistake at 96. Yeah, because I didn't set it correctly. That is why you need test everything. And now it works. That's so simple. And it's working. But the smoke is really weird. I can say that these exhausts are not the best block in the game. It's a really nice block. I like it. I like the smoke, but it's not working properly. I can turn off my dampeners, hit the stop, and the train will continue moving because that stop works only with the dampeners. So you can freely move around. And now I will hit the brake and show something. You can see the red lights on the wagons and the locomotive, and they will turn off when I will be close. Now I can connect everything, and now you will see that the programmer block can't control thrusters on the wagons, and they will eventually break. Yeah, they are trying to slow down because they have their dampeners on. But the locomotive has now lots of power with the red thrusters. So how I will control these thrusters on the wagons? It will not be simple. It will not be simple. But it will use event controllers, and it will check the thrust output of these thrusters on the locomotive, and these event controllers will control groups where will be thrusters on the wagons. So it will control all the thrusters around the whole railway, but it can control groups, but the cars must be connected together. I want to have it wireless, so event controllers will send information through the relays, and wagons will have its own relays, and it will activate or deactivate these thrusters. It's very simple, and maybe I will show it later because the video is now extremely long. So I hope you like it, and in the next video we will focus on the improving of this concept, and maybe sometimes later I will try to build the vanilla control unit where I will use only event controllers and not the script, because script is simple. As I showed you, you can build it in the 30 minutes, maybe 1 hour, and it will work. But if you want to use something without script, then the game will be interesting, because you need lots of event controllers. You need event controller for each different speed. Two of them, and then you will need like 4 timer blocks per each event controllers, so it will be like like 100 timer blocks and 20 event controllers. It will be a little bit fun. It will be challenging because I have never done this before. I work only with these programmer blocks. So that's all for today. And if you want to know something about anything around the technology around the trains, just tell me in the comments, because I'm preparing another video. I will focus on the couplings. I will focus on the bumpers, maybe bumpers, maybe another versions of bogies or the gears. Also, we will create some custom doors, airtight custom doors, because not everyone wants to use these doors, so sometimes you want some custom doors. And maybe if you create some train with the electric wires above it, you maybe will be interested in the pantograph. So if I miss something, just tell me and I will add it to my list. So have a nice day and goodbye.